We'll get rolling. Obviously, for us, I'm really proud. I thought we took another positive step forward. Improvement, and really that's kind of what we're after. How do we get better 1 week at a time? I think this group continues to do that. Like I told you, for our media, I thought we really did a great job in the bye week. I thought we continued to get better. It was great to see that actually transpire in the football game. But, not perfect. Still got a lot of work to do. Look forward to getting back to work and continue our improvement. So, with that said, anything you guys have?
Matt, go right from the coin flip. I mean, you usually want the ball in the second half. Did you feel that Reese was going to break a 75-yarder in the first play?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing was just trying to gain some momentum. This is such a great place to play college football, to be really honest with you. And the respect for this fan base, for the energy and the momentum of this place. And I thought maybe the one thing that could swing it for us is if we could put together a positive drive on the first play of the game or the first drive of the game, and at the very least swing the field position to our advantage. So obviously great play by Brees, great call by Coach Manning, but that was really the thought behind it.
Speaking of drives, you had the 18-play, 93-yard, over 10 minutes. How defining is that?
Yeah, I just think the big thing from our end of it was if you go into the sequence of finishing the half, 2-minute drill, able to kick the field goal. Andrew Mevis had a great day for us, obviously. Great to see, but that play was really big to get the field goal. Then we come out defensively. We're able to get the ball back, not let them score. And, we've talked about that because I think in our losses, you've seen us, actually both of our losses, we scored in the 2-minute drill, and then we didn't take advantage of it coming out of half. And so the ability to learn and grow from those situations and understand how valuable those are, I think that's probably as impressive to me as the fact that we were able to have a big drive. Those were some great plays by Brock on third down. Great conversion, great throw to Sean, and how great is it that Sean Shaw is the guy that comes up with the reception. Again, a guy that was injured at the first half of the season, and we haven't had Sean until about 2 weeks ago. So I think all those things are hugely positive as much as the 18 plays in the drive.
I was going to say, so many guys, I think you can bring 5, 6 third downs, all of them on that drive. So many guys, Charlie Collins, satisfying was it to see so many guys contributing.
Yeah, and I think that part's huge. I think we came down here, we're finally in Big 12 play, and one of the hardest things for me was putting together the 70-man roster, because this is the first time where we've had to cut it down to that with the Big 12 play. And I thought that was a real challenge, but 60 of the 70 guys had a role in the football game. I've talked a lot about it. The more guys involved, the better we're going to be as a football team. And I think even in that drive alone, to be able to see multiple people have big roles, Corey Shuttle, you were talking about that, and I think about the kickoff, the tackle on the kickoff. 2 weeks ago, Oklahoma does the same thing, and they returned the kickoff for a touchdown. So it was great to see so many guys do their role, do their job, and we've really harped on that and pressed on that, and I think it's critical for our success, not only tonight, but moving forward.
We talked a lot about needing A games from your A players. Was this as good as that's been this season?
Yeah, I think we've been trending a lot closer to that over the last couple weeks, and so I don't even think just the A players from our A players. It's, everybody's got to do their job. And, if it's 5 plays in a game, or if it's 20 plays in a game, or if it's 70 plays in a game, you got to grade out and be able to do your job over the test of the 60 minutes. And for us to be successful here at Iowa State, that's got to be our key to success. And I would say I think we're trending a lot better in those directions. A lot of positive, and still some areas that I know we're going to look at tonight and know that we're going to have to be better.
I know every coach wants balanced offense. You can't get much more balance than 210 on the ground, 208 through the air. Just talk about that balance.
Yeah, I think it always does start with that for us, our ability to, be able to create a running game somehow, some way. The ability for us to, try to use our passing game to continue to open up the running game, or vice versa. And it just depends how the game goes. But, so much credit of that, in my opinion, goes to our quarterback tonight. Just his efficiency, the way he played, his poise. I really thought he did a phenomenal job of distributing the football.
And he also had plenty of time. I mean, they didn't sack him, and 22 for 25. It seemed
Yeah.
like he was standing back there all day just surveying the field.
Yeah, and again, I think we'll have to look at that. But I thought our offensive line is really grown. I know I talked about that a little bit in our press conference on Tuesday. That group continues to play really good football, and we'll continue to grow as that group continues to grow together. So really proud of those guys. Jared Hufford played really well for us tonight. We moved him to left tackle. Jared's been playing exceptional football for us, so I think that really helped anchor and solidify our offensive front.
More
Why
proof.
did you decide to go with Hufford?
Yeah, I just think Jared's been playing exceptional. I think if you go back to the Fiesta Bowl in, a year ago, man, he went into the second half. He played outstanding. He really had a great offseason. We're kind of trying to mix and match in the first 4 or 5 games of the season. And, you kept putting Jared in and he kept grading out really high. And, it got to the point where, we're at this point of the season. You want to put your best players on the field in the best situation for them. And certainly not a discredit to anybody else. It's just trying to put our best 5 on the offensive line.
More proof tonight that Brees is 100%. What's he at 100? I mean, he's got, I don't know, I'll screw these up. 100, 130, 190, and whatever, 197 tonight.
I think he is certainly 100% physically. I still, as well as Brees is playing, I still think there are higher levels of excellence that he'll continue to get to. But I think the great thing that you see Brees finding is rhythm, right? And, I think some of those long runs that Brees made is what makes him super special. If he gets himself out in space, he's got the ability to make you pay. And, I really like some of even his other runs in the football game. But, I'm really proud of Brees. It's really good to see him continuing to make positive steps forward. And, again, that's where your A players got to get A's, and I thought he was a lot better tonight.
You mentioned the need to get Jared involved. Is it similar with Jalen? He had 5 catches and it seemed like he was a lot more involved than he had.
Yeah, I think Jalen very similar to, what we talked about with Jared Hufford. When you got to get to the midway point and take a step back, you're like, man, who are the guys that continue to do great things? And I've talked a lot about Jalen Knowles since January, in January, February, March, April, May, June, July. Like, that guy's been a guy that's continued to show up for us. And I think for another receiver to come to the forefront for this team and this program, I think it's really big. I think Jalen's got a chance to be a really special player, and I think a lot of people saw that tonight, as well as the run. He had a great run. The catch he makes there right before half, really impressive. So, yeah, playing good football.